Hi, Professor Grumlin here. A really good way to start exploring the science of nutrition is to become familiar with some of the terms and concepts. So that's where we're going to begin. I'm sure you have a basic understanding of what nutrients are, but let's be sure that we have exactly the same definition. Nutrients are chemicals that are ingested in the food we eat. They are required for providing energy, or as building blocks for growth and repair, or for regulating body processes. You'll need to distinguish between essential nutrients and non-essential nutrients. It may sound like one type is needed and the other type is not, but that is not the case. By definition, all nutrients are needed. The difference here is that essential nutrients we cannot make in sufficient quantities. We must consume them. Think about all of the minerals, sodium, potassium, calcium. These are all basic elements that make up the planet. We can't make any of those. We have to consume them. The non-essential nutrients, we can make enough on our own. We don't have to have them in the food we eat. This is going to include many of the amino acids that form our proteins and some of the vitamins. Another word that can be confusing is calories. I'll bet that you already know that a calorie is a measurement of energy. But when we talk about our calorie intake or output, we are actually talking about capital C calories, kilocalories. A kcal is 1,000 calories. When we're talking about terms, let's look at the word diet. Did you immediately think of a weight loss? That's often the first thing that comes to mind, but your diet is just the food that you typically consume. Everyone has a diet. In nutrition, we differentiate between diet and weight loss. Later in the video series, general recommendations for weight loss and weight gain will be discussed. There are 6 categories of nutrients. Proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and water are considered macronutrients. You need to consume them in large amounts. Vitamins and minerals are considered micronutrients. Proteins, fats, and carbs are calorie-containing nutrients, while water, vitamins, and minerals do not contain calories. We're going to explore each of these nutrients in separate videos. The most important reason to learn about nutrition is because your dietary choices are related to your health outcomes. When you understand the underlying principles of healthy eating, you can put into practice eating patterns that will lower your risk of diet-related diseases such as hypertension, stroke, type 2 diabetes, gallbladder disease, constipation, osteoporosis, colon cancer. You get the idea, it's a long list. When you start your investigation of nutritional science, it's helpful to be aware of your current nutritional status. One important component of that is recording and analyzing your diet. That way, if you set a goal for yourself, such as reducing your intake of simple sugars or sodium, or increasing your consumption of omega-3 fatty acids or fiber, you can make the appropriate changes in your diet and then repeat the analysis to see the effect of the changes. It seems like everywhere you look nowadays, there is diet-related information available. Some of it is really good, reliable information, and some of it, well, just it's not. How do you tell the difference? Keep in mind that nutrition is a science. Qualified people in the field use the scientific process of investigation to evaluate the relationships between nutrition and health. When deciding if a piece of information is reliable or not, it can help to look at the credentials of the people providing the information. You can look at who funded the study, and be sure to look at the methodology used. For example, a study done in 1962 may or may not be relevant today. a study on mice or with just a small group of people is generally just a preliminary study. And if you're an 18-year-old man, a study that was done on 70 to 85-year-old women may or may not apply to you. As you learn more about nutrition, you can put new information into context with what you already know, and that's going to help you determine validity. I really hope you enjoy your nutritional studies. Eat well and live healthy.